This COVID-19 pandemic has snatched so many things from almost all of us. It has taken away the nurturing hands of a mother from her child, a son from his old father, a daughter from his living mother, or a wife from his husband. It hasn't spared even a single family from being in grief, if not in grief, then at least locked at home. Now, this seems a bit better to me. Better, in the sense of its benefits for the people living a tedious life packed in AC environment. According to me, lockdown has actually opened up the world ahead us to see, especially for children. COVID lockdown leads schools to shut down and children being at home for almost 1 year now. Although there are so many things which I got to learn, but some of those really matters for me. Firstly, I learned an intricate activity that is observing things around and interpreting them. I observed that ominous silence on the roads, which was leading to a disturbing thud in our hearts. I observed some of the basic behavior of mankind, that how we are made to handle the stark situations like that of medical system breakdown. Medical staffs all over world almost gave up their breaths in order to save the breaths of many more people. I also saw how an innocent and naughty child who earlier didn't keep his feet on ground was now confined to a limited space. Also how a father who always neglected his family in the name of profession and considered himself as the breadwinner was now devoting his full time towards his children, and a mother was now a teacher for the whole family. And the most important thing I observed is that the nature shows the humans that who is the real boss. The biggest example is that the chirping of birds could now be heard in place of traffic noise. Some unseen birds were now been discovered in the urban areas. Needs to tackle her own problems and overcome the overwhelming and unnecessary thoughts in mind which can often lead to distress. I learned that we shouldn't dig a well for ourselves by thinking just about our problems rather than their solutions. God has given us such an inquisitive brain and heart to use, so why we humans got dependent on others so far? Being self-sufficient was the greatest weapon for those defeated anxiety and loneliness in this devastating time, and those who considered themselves as self-sufficient, well-to-do and happy now understood that they were actually enduring rather than living the life. Being positive was the mantra that helped me to come out of this. I would conclude by saying that it is a time that has to pass, and so we should also move on and just thank God for this new day and the nothings we are left with, and pray for the world's next